Right, Funlex. What can you do, Team Void, on defense? They're going to have a fair bit of an advantage being on Clubhouse. Defense very, very strong. And instantly they're banning Montagna. The Red Sun. And they know. They remember how good he was. With
Iconic.
Montagna. Yeah.
It's iconic, really. Him and Lunar Metal are just notoriously the big two mountains.
Yeah, indeed. So the Montagnier ban coming out, and then that's going to be followed up by a Jackal ban from NEX. So clearly these guys are finding no need for a Jackal, and both hard breachers also, or rather all three hard breachers, left unbanned over on this map. And that's usually a surprise. You'd see one of the hard breachers banned sometimes. Echo ban, very, very standard. He makes a lot of holds on pretty much every bomb site so much easier with his two invisible, almost invisible yokai drones. Team Void going to get the final ban on defense. So now they've got to make a decision. Which operator would they be okay with not playing with for the first 6 rounds that also gives them an advantage when next defense, and it's going to be Valkyrie.
Oh.
So that's a third Valkyrie ban tonight.
Intel's scary, man. You know,
Yeah.
you got good intel, and you know how to to really use it and capitalize on it. It changes the game. It changes the entire landscape, and it can either speed up the pace or slow down the pace for some of these players. And Amaru getting teased here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see her. Very exciting operator to come through in the next season, however, along with Goyo. But this time around, PK will be on that Zofia.
Indeed. Now, PX Kai, I believe.
I think that's Divos. I think that's Divos.
Yeah, that's probably Funneck, but well, we're just gonna call him Peaky.
Peaky.
I think let's run with Peaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's run.
Because he's probably gonna peak. He's probably gonna peak with an operator like
exactly.
Zofia. There we go. We've got puns, boys and girls. Jokes still here, coming out on Southeast Asian Pro League. Jabowski, a name I haven't said in a while, along with Bachelor, PT King, Detrian. Hey, welcome back, boy, and Steffi.
So yeah,
Void.
First defense on the basement, very, very standard choice. You can either go to the basement or onto Cash Room. But yesterday, when we saw Clubhouse being played by Luminescent, they chose to avoid Cash and CCTV completely. Instead, trying to defend Gym and Bedroom first and then coming down here. Obviously unsuccessful many times, but they got 3 rounds off on defense against Airwolf. So that's a very, very smart way of making those bullet holes. He just watched his teammate run back, and he's like, all right, if my teammate's running back this path, so will the attackers, and he makes those bullet holes over there with his pistol, giving him a nice line of sight. But this is a very aggressive play. We talked about this. The Thai player is so aggressive and instantly pushing down. He has been called up with Detrian with Pulse Scanner for sure. There we go. You can see him there, and pre-fire came out from the defenders. So this is very good control being taken. They know no one's roaming.
Yeah, so definitely going to be able to just capitalize on this. Warbark getting very aggressive, already pushing through. And NEX definitely not wasting any time taking this ground. So they've already gained control over Lounge, soon over Bar as well. And I'm hoping some of this vertical game comes out. The hatch already starts getting a little bit more work on. And Pew Pew, the Twitch main that we know him to be, is taking these aggressive angles in the scariest of manners for both him and for the defenders. And it does seem like Stev is already trying to contest this from the bottom up. So it does look like they failed on getting that breach open and aren't able to actually capitalize on that kitchen hatch. But the motor hatch should still be available to them to capitalize on. Jabowski trying to hold it down as well, and Warbark is rotating all the way to Oil Pit. I feel like they're spreading themselves a little thin, and they're going to really depend on each individual player and picking up massive kills. But
yeah, there we go. You saw the drone coming in from that barricade working against him. He got droned out. He didn't even turn to look, didn't hear the drone. loses his life right there. And over here, Jibausi,
Oh, no.
he's in a tight spot as well. Two
no.
people pushing him. He's getting concussed as well. There's not much he can do. He has to run back to
Okay.
behind Generator. Detrian, though, he's going to collect a pistol kill onto Pew Pew. And surprisingly, the bullet hole he made is not being used right now, because it's a prime opportunity to finish off Warbuck. Red Sun, though, he has taken down Stev, seems to have been down in return on very low HP.
Damn.
Jibausi takes down Warbuck, finally pushing in, and PT King over here picks.
Oh my god.
He's down as well, Jibausi, and missing so close. Kirisaku survives. So yes, Red Sun, he is down, and Kirisaku has to make this work. And Jibausi is not even looking. Shot from behind. Kirisaku, can he make this 1v2? Clutch, he kills Detrian too. It's now a 1v1. 10 seconds for him to go. He's going to be fighting SMG-11 or a shotgun. He's going to get the clutch. How does this happen against PT King? Doesn't pull out the weapon he needed. Doesn't fire. And Kirisaku, despite sprinting around, giving away his location, makes the 1v3 happen.
How do you let a man crouch walk in your sight and then just dismantle your team, miss your shots on him when he has his back turned to you, and then just feed him bodies one after another? An amazing play by Kirisaku.
I mean, Jibausi was looking at blue, so they clearly had no info.
Yep.
Despite Detrian, the pulse still being up and running. And immediately after Jibausi dies, Detrian white peaks that, gets himself killed. Then PT King, and then Detrian, PT King, I don't know what he was doing with that, and just baffling decisions by all three remaining players, despite there being info. So, curious stuff, and NEX winning a round that they really should. Moving on.
I mean, Void are really turning up quite well. A lot of these teams coming from this long break really showing that they've trained and they've actually improved. So I'm actually quite pleased to see that this improvement is real and is happening for a lot of these teams, and we're definitely seeing an upskill come through for the Southeast Asian region. As casters, we couldn't be happier, to be honest. But every team has stepped up, which is a great thing. But which team will take away the win tonight here between NEX and Void? The last few days we've seen, well, yesterday we saw, was it Aerowolf?
Yeah, Aerowolf and Luminescent over here.
With a very different kind of turnout. Like, they still won both games, but it was still shocking. Luminescent still brought in a pretty decent couple of rounds.
Yeah, the first half was 3-3.
On that second map, right?
Yeah, on Clubhouse itself. So, but it is because, you know, this is defender-sided. So for Void to throw that round away in such a manner, there should have been 1-0 to their favor. And they're going to be really hoping right now, them and their fans, that this does not come back to haunt them. He sees Jibausi, the Claymore being planted. He's calling out this information, but there's no one there to capitalize just quite yet. He knows he can't jump out. He doesn't have an impact grenade. The C4 is going to take too long. Detrian is coming to assist, however.
So maybe he should be able to bring something coming through. Mozzie is a very strong operator, either as a flanker, as an intel gatherer, or most likely both in a lot of cases. He's got a good position right now, and Jibausi has a lot of information. He can actually bring in a very nasty flank, but Pew Pew is already crouch walking all the way onto the other side, and he's very cautious, and that's what we don't normally see him play. We're very used to seeing Pew Pew play right in someone's face and very aggressive, hyper aggressive if anything. But here we go, PT King is going to be in a corner waiting for the right opportunity, and Stev trying to hold this garage wall from a corner here, and actually quite exposed. And I'm surprised PT King's trying to make this rotation happen. He does get over into the little corner by the garage on the catwalk, but they now know exactly where he is. Oh no, he's got two crossfires on him. You see this?
Oh, Pew Pew. He's gonna collect Bachelor. Detrian falls. Woo! And this is all happening right now. Stev almost gets that. Oh, but he does get the kill onto Red Sun. Warbuck finishes him off though. And just like that, NEX cleave through this cash defense.
It's a very different performance coming up from NEX and Void here on that second round. Third round coming through though. I'm expecting Void to go. Oh, they're going back downstairs.
Yeah, fair enough. They were really a 3v1 away from winning in 10 seconds. Neither did Peter King hide in that round, nor did he
I don't
try
think
to contest it properly.
Yeah, I don't think he achieved anything really. His
Yeah.
position was kind of moot. You saw that they had a double crossfire on him. Even if he vaulted down at that point, he would have just died. And they would have just found him. I feel like there wasn't much setup and investment over by Cash. I don't know how Pew Pew just crouch walks all the way into construction. No one knows anything about it, and he just shoots everybody dead. A Twitch, by the way, not using her drones,
Yeah.
not even using her utility. Your Mozzie pests aren't picking anything up. No one. Were there any? Was there a Legion last round? There was, right?
There wasn't actually.
Oh, there wasn't. Okay, so they had the Legion downstairs, right? But
they had the
But was
Mozzie
anyone-
playing together with Pulse below and Stev, of course. in
no
the
one
garage.
was watching construction. They had all these distractions coming
Yeah.
through over by the garage side, but no one actually played and defended the Cash. He walked in, he saw them with their backs turned, and then he just took them out. Like, he got an easy double, and then everyone else on Void was pinned down. It's just bad positioning, really, and bad timing.
Yeah, right. So let's continue on. It's 2-0 to NEX. Really should have been 1-1 at most, but what is done is done. The control that Pew Pew's taking, he's actually gonna Jibasi, what were you doing, my man? If you're roaming so aggressively, you need to be on your toes. Bachelor is, however, he finally collects a kill after being finished off in the past 2 rounds. Trades out Jabausi, but the Leash and all his goo mines just being able to place 2, at most 3 in this round.
Yeah, there we go. An even scoreboard so far. Bachelor has dropped quite low, and as a Jaeger, that's not ideal. They don't have a dock on that side either to heal him up, so he's got to really pick his fights here. But now that Detrian does have a drone, he will be able to just feed a little bit more information to his team. Jabausi will be able to hover on that drone and watch it for him. But Pew Pew gets taken along with PT King, and NEX now are in a man disadvantage, but in a good, strong position. Warbuck still has an EMP, I think, and they should be able to get this hatch open. Should be no issue, really. But will they be able to capitalize on these positions? Habana doesn't have any breaching charges, so she won't be able to play any vertical game, especially with both your soft breachers taken off the board.
Yeah, indeed. So, Peaky not really having too much of an effect so far. They are going to feel the loss of the Zofia, especially if he has concussions. This is a risky choice by Detrian, but he has his drone set up, and surely they have heard him. He's just going to hold the angle, wait for the slow peek. Unfortunately, he turns at the wrong time. Warbuck's going to finish him off. Detrian, he had that gunfight, just got a little too impatient. Didn't think that Warbuck was there. Bachelor still low on HP, but the time is still acceptable. Peter King with those remote gas grenades. Redson, he's trying to make his way through construction, but he has messed up the X-Kairos, and unfortunately, that closes off a vital lane for him and his team. Kirisaku's going to drop down, but instantly shut down the Bachelor. Excellent timing, excellent prediction. And now the diffuser is in a terrible spot. It's going to be hard for them to recover it. Bachelor, he's going to go down, finally. And unfortunately for Warbuck, he's going to push too aggressively. And Stev is going to finish them off. That's a 3-piece for him in this round. And Team Void finally get that basement defensive win. And they're looking a lot stronger here on defense than they did on Cash.
Much stronger and far more coordinated as well. So really picking the right fights there. Void actually pulling in finally their first win, and not too late either. Still 2-1 on run 4. Still very salvageable, and still anyone's game really. So now that we're looking at these bans and these picks coming through, we're starting to see a little pattern here. While Valkyrie and Echo have been taken off the board, they are still using as much intel as possible over on that defense. So really maximizing it, and they're saying that, you know what, it doesn't matter. We don't have Valkyrie. We're still gonna play these operators, and we're still gonna be able to bring a lot of hurt and a lot of utility to our team, especially with a Maestro still on the board. So it really comes down to wondering, like, was it really the better ban or not? You know, like taking off Valkyrie over these other operators.
What I'm actually a fair bit surprised about the hold from Void over here on the second floor is that they don't have a shield set up on Catwalk. That's usually common. And you still have Jaeger, or you can bring the deployable shield, I believe. Maestro's lost his deployable shield. But, oh, this is some nice drone park off from Warbuck to avoid that test and getting into a good position as well. So, Detrian on the Mozzie this time around, he's brought barbed wire instead of C4.
I mean, maybe they needed it. You know, they don't necessarily always have to have the C4 in order to maximize damage and pick up as many kills as possible. Information and the deterrents that barbed wire provide is very, very valuable as well, and can be exactly what they need in order to make sure that they stop a very aggressive push coming out from NEX. Because, like I said before, these are players that play super aggressive, super dangerously. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, if anything, Pew Pew definitely hears a couple of footsteps.
Oh, he's gonna
sees
win that
ahead. Oh no, he decides to pull off it. A little prudent and a very lucky decision, but Detrian is hanging around this corner here. He's waiting for the right moment. He's peeking out the other window, and they're just next to each other. It's kind of
They need to coordinate this Void.
Yep, exactly. But they don't have information on him.
I think he's gonna get the bandit trick. No, he's not.
I think the Thatcher was well timed on that bandit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, Pew Pew leaps in, but Detrian through. You tried to do the wall. Detrian turning around, and what a headshot. Traces it almost to perfection. Collects himself and the kill onto Pew Pew. That is a big one. And halfway through the round as well. So Stev is still here downstairs. He's got angle onto the stairs. He's covering PT King. So PT King can focus on this thermite hold perfectly. This is good stuff from Void. The setups have really paid off so far in this round.
Yeah, Detrian really coming back strong into this Pro League. Returning to the Pro League and actually making a good showing so far. Jabowski will be taken out. Stev trades it out
Red Sun doesn't know.
For Peaky. There we go, and Stev gets taken out by Red Sun. The man himself also making a return with a double kill to the Pro League after leaving Xavier Esports. Coming back onto another Thai team, but in great fashion. So PT King is waiting for the right moment to peek this, but I don't think he realizes that Red Sun is directly below him. The information should have been fed to him, but he hasn't heard anything just yet. And as soon as as soon as he touches that barbed wire, he's gonna get given away. But oh no, he pushes right through, and his feet get exposed. Red Sun pick up PT King by a very callous mistake. And oh my gosh, one after another, Detrian cleans it up, but it's not enough because Red Sun finishes it off and picks up that last kill to clean up the round.
That was all on Red Sun that round. Every single time he got a kill, it was greatly impactful. He got Jabowski first, trying to come up on the flank from the basement. Then after that, he got the Maestro that was terrorizing Garage. Then he got the kill at the top of the stairs. The barbed wire just placed a bit too high, and the choice to go drone just not the right one. And then he closes things up as well. So that's a 4K for him. Excellent stuff from Red Sun.
Warbuck switching over to the Maverick is pretty interesting. I'm actually interested. We haven't seen him just yet this game. I'm surprised actually, but now they've got all hard breaches on deck, and you're ready to attack these hatches because
triple hard breaches. Just I've not seen that before.
I mean, I think they were expecting them to go downstairs, but
yeah, and the last time. Yeah. You're right. The last time it was Red Sun who couldn't get through Dirt Tunnel.
Yep.
So
correct. But now that we are seeing them go upstairs instead, Maverick's still going to bring a lot of strength to that team if he actually manages to push into this logistics room. maybe even attack over by the... I think they're going to be reinforcing the server room a little bit more than the actual cash room, which is a bit interesting. We don't really see that often. But definitely going to still bring a lot of utility to the team and won't be wasted at all. Stev is going to be back here by the strip club waiting for a sneaky little run out. Maybe they've droned him. Maybe they will be able to clear him out, but he might actually get a bit of a flank going on here. He does have that C4 available to him. If he pushes out at the right time, it's all over for NEX over here by the jacuzzi.
Bomb located by attackers.
Right, you are now Red Sun using the upside down rappel, trying to peek through, but he's gonna lose the. Surprisingly, PT King winning it out because he has the high ground, and that upside down peek does not quite work. Oh, wow!
What?
That's incredible stuff. Warbark gets himself killed. Oh, that is incredible
That
stuff.
is
The Claymore
meme and a
activated just as he opened the hole.
Someone
and it
clip
killed
that.
him too.
Someone clip
That was
that for
insane.
me. That is a one. I've never seen that happen before, but you know what? It's gonna happen eventually. It was gonna happen one day.
I remember it vaguely like once, but like once. You know, I don't even remember when, but
How many seasons ago, right? Exactly.
yeah, I don't.
Oh,
This kind of stuff doesn't happen, and well, Bachelor, he's gonna pre-prep a C4. Pew Pew's gone down
Detrian doing a good job on that road.
again. Yeah, that's right. And now it's just up to Kirisaku and Piki. Piki really needs to justify his place right now, show everyone what he's capable of.
It's kind of funny because they would have had a great advantage and they just lost it. I mean, they took out Warbark.
Attackers have located.
They took out Warbark and you know, Void are still in that lead here. They've got a lot of potential around, but it's hilarious, really. I'm still shocked. Anyway, Kirisaku sees one rotate over, but he's still alive. Actually, loses that duel prone. Detrian, how do you get away with that? This man is making quite the comeback here on the Pro League. Will he win this duel out with Piki? But no, my
How
god.
does that work?
He trades it out for a down, but the
on,
withstand
finish.
picks him up, and there we go. Team Void cleaned that up with a shotgun long range just to test out their accuracy on that hip fire.
Bachelor looking strong in that round, and really that was essentially all Detrian and that hilarious Claymore kill on the Maverick.
Warbark, I don't know. It was complete accident.
Feels bad.
Yeah, it feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. But you know what? It's like, you know, hey, I got us a kill, guys. You know, like I took something out for us. Good luck. I did my part. I traded out 1-to-1, and you know, 1-to-1 trades are always welcome in any game. So, Detrian, like you said, it's been his show so far, and he's making a huge comeback here on the 10th season, the last few days of the 10th season of the Southeast Asian Pro League. Welcome back, Detrian. Definitely very impressed with your performance so far. Red Sun as well, of course, bringing it back. So these two giants in Fian are coming back into the Pro League. Players that have been around for a very long time. Players that I've seen on Instagram in my first early days of Rainbow Six, ever picking up the game. You know, like just sitting there and, you know, you scroll through all these videos. Detrian was one of those players that put up a lot of his content, really got his name out there. And now that we're seeing him come back, for me, it's like, man, I am so pleased and happy to see him perform at this level still consistently amongst everybody else.
5 seconds to insertion.
Right, you are. Now Void will be able to tie things up, but still not really good fortunes looking for them, because 3-2 down right now. At most, they're going to be doing 3 defensive half. If NEX is able to stretch their legs on defense on Clubhouse, over here, they might not be able to win. So, well, Void gonna have a tough road, even if they win this round. First, though, they have to win this round to even get close to thinking about 3 points or even 1 point.
It's always a great show here between NEX and teams like NEX and Void, especially when NEX are here playing aggressively, as Pew Pew is using that Twitch drone to clear his own way as a fragger. so that his push is unimpeded. He won't be stopped anytime soon. And there we go, a little bit of a pre-fire coming out. Won't be trading it out anytime soon, but he will be a little bit more aware. Probably going back on that shock drone quite promptly, but he's just going to hold his angle in the meantime while Void try to just sit tight and toasty. Bachelor and Jabowski supporting one another, but these castle barricades are going to keep them nice and safe for the meantime. Pew Pew is going to be shock droning out again one more time, and like I said, clearing out anyone and anything in his way.
So over here into blue, it's going to be Jabowski and Bachelor holding yet again. That's quite the array of holds. Damn, that is the aggression that we him for. He's going to peek onto Warbark onto the main stairs, take him down. That's easy as pie.
No.
And so is this. Pew Pew gets a long angle on Detrian, and that is just a free kill. Peaky, he's made his silent way into the dirt tunnel, and that triple hard breach working out well. Didn't really need the Thatcher, and he's gone anyway.
Yeah, they still haven't gotten that castle barricade removed over by the motor hall, the motor church, and door. And Peaky is nowhere near to take it down. They don't have many other soft breaches available. He gets the kill onto PT King. He's going to push through, and he's going to be able to pick up the second double kill as well. With a pistol pick up, no, doesn't get the third, but he does assist in it. Jabowski picks up one more, but he cleans up on a triple kill himself. Boyd, Jabowski, 1 HP and a dream. Kirisaku just has the... Oh, he's going to go for the plant. He's going to wait for the right moment. He's going to stop him with that plant right now. He's rotating out. He gets a pre-fire, and he might be able to pick this one up. Doesn't get hit a single time. Couple of goo mines come out. It does look like he's trading it left and right, and oh my god, he won't be able to pick up the 4 kills. Jabowski takes out Kirisaku on round 6. The goo mines didn't stop him. The flashes didn't stop him, and he does pick up the last one to clutch it with a dream and 10 HP. He should have.
He should have won. But he got way too aggressive. He got the kill. And then he pushed on for some reason.
He got way too peaky. You know, he started peeking way more than he should have, and that's when he got his nickname, Boys and Girls. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll see myself out.
But I'm sorry. Seriously, Peaky, why did you peek?
Not like that. Not like this. That's a clip.
He took too much damage, but come on. He got the entry that he needed, getting those 2 kills. Helped with the 3rd one in the hallway as well. That's it. Just hold the angle.
Just be patient.
Yeah.
He should have stuck that plant, by the way. He was so close to nailing it.
Yeah.
But of course, Jabowski would have read into that and recapitalized, so he would have just pushed up anyway. Don't forget, guys, Pro League Tachanka now available. Don't miss out on this opportunity to pay tribute to thy lord. So, Pew Pew going to be getting those hatches upstairs. Void bringing in a very tight game, and now switching over to attack. Are we going to see something different from them? NEX are a team that excel on attack, but here we go, now that they are on defense, should be able to do just as well, because like we say all the time, it is a defender-sided map, and defenders generally and naturally have the advantage in Rainbow Six.
So, defenders have an advantage, and especially so on Clubhouse over here. Warbucks ring the pulse this time around. It's a fairly interesting lineup with the Capcan, especially Red Sun. He's quite prolific on that. He's really good with the Capcan gun, and the EDDs, if you are able to waste the attacker's time, they become very powerful as the attackers just stop checking. Detrian though, on the IQ, he has seen this pulse, and Stev has actually picked up Red Sun, so no gun skills coming out from Red Sun, only the EDD that he's already placed.
The thing is though, Capcan gets overlooked a lot because his gun isn't strong. Ooh, Detrian almost picking this one up. He gets, a double C4 coming through. Maybe an impact grenade, maybe. I'm not completely sure. But, oh my gosh, a lot of these shots are going through. A couple of them hit, but not enough to take him out. A couple of breach charges going down. A couple of shots upstairs don't actually take out the breach charge itself.
He sees him.
No, he didn't. He camouflaged with that armory cabinet. I'm losing my
Look!
words. And oh my gosh,
Detrian!
my heart is racing right
He
now.
hears
Detrian
him.
just missing it left and right. Who's gonna get this kill though? Does look like Detrian cops a little bit more damage than the bandit, and there we go. Pew Pew loses the trade, and Detrian proves to be superior in this instance. That LMG coming in big for Detrian so far, and it's proving to be very valuable, especially since now that LMG actually has a angled grip. So the ADS time has been reduced. It's very viable. It's very dangerous. It's a very strong gun as well.
Exactly, and the LMG just pressed mouse 1 and let it rip, and that's what he did to take down Pew. Worked out well. Now he's holding the angle upstairs. So look at this very flexible setup that they have. But he's going to have to start contributing to the final push. Kirisaku has taken down Stev, and the flashbangs are being dropped from the kitchen hatch, but they cannot drop. Kirisaku's holding the angle, peeking. He's right there as well. He hears the drop. He's going to peek, and unfortunately, the thermite, he's not looking. But oh, there we go. Jibausi, he's taken down, and it's all up to PT King. He's gonna pull out the pistol. He can't get the clutch out, and Warbach closes things out. NEX looked a bit shaky, but so did Void, and it's going to be the Thai team coming out on top over here.
Very good play by NEX to patiently play that out. They did take a lot of early casualties though. Red Sun and Pew Pew going down quite quickly was detrimental, but Void just weren't able to capitalize, and the double drop downstairs was just not enough over by the kitchen hatch. Almost had it though. Very close round. It was really down to the last 2 frags and a couple of seconds. Could have gone either way. So I'm excited to see how round 8 turned out, and if NEX will be able to keep this up and bring in a win for themselves on round 8.
Attackers need to look
Right, so it's tough for them. Now they have to attack onto Cash Room. Red Sun's playing the Kaid, and they're also bringing the Bandit in the form of Warbach. So this is going to be very strong wall denial utility over here. Stev's going to lose his drone. He's going to see Kirisaku. Not sure if he saw Red Sun, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to find out soon enough. So the choice not to bring a Maverick is definitely curious from Team Void, as well as the fact that there's no Capital. We all know how powerful the combination of a Maverick and Capital is, but to not see even one of them on this attack is definitely a head scratcher. We didn't see much of it yesterday as well.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
There we go. Pew Pew is going to be hovering down just by the garage here, taking a very aggressive angle. We'll be able to pick up an opening kill, and that's just poor droning. They should have realized that he was holding that, and just peeking and pushing up without actually controlling that run out. I mean, sure, he didn't run out, but he was definitely peeking it very aggressively, and it was very obvious. So Warbark is trying to get this bandit trick down. Going to put down one preemptively, waiting for someone to try and dismantle that setup and try to actually pry him off it, waste as much time as possible. Detrian is upstairs with his drone, and he is pushing through, does manage to pick up a little bit more information, gets it into a very advantageous position. They won't be able to take it out just yet. Oh, they actually do.
That's right. Now, the choice to not bring a Maverick is Bachelor here. One of his EMPs already off, and I don't think has done the job. No, they have. So Jibausi, he's going to try and get this wall open. Let's see if the trick is going to come out. Bandit trick. No, it's going to work. That is poor timing on the EMP. Stev, he's going to trade out Pew Pew though.
I mean,
not looking that good.
Was it poor timing on the EMP, or was it really good timing with that bandit trick? Because he just stopped it by a millisecond. Honestly, I think he just got real lucky.
Yeah.
Bandit trip got
but he
taken
gets the
out.
wall open.
Yeah, he does get the wall open eventually, but they did waste a lot of time. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. NEX are down 1 man, but so are Void. It does look like they have the advantage here on defense, but NEX are already setting up to try to defend it as tightly as possible. Void are in good positions, but it's not good enough. They need to get a little bit closer to one another for potential refrag and to potentially take out this win here.
Now 1 minute left in the round. Red Sun, he's gonna fall. Bachelor's gonna collect that one. and that is very, very good news for
man.
the team. Warbach, he's gonna trade out onto Detrian. Just as I say his name, he dies. And it's a 3v3 just like that. 45 seconds. They have to make this push in smoothly. They can take the time a little bit, collect the senses, collect the information. Warbach, though, he's looking to get punchy on the run out.
No red lines just yet, but oh my gosh, he doesn't make it. He doesn't get the trade he wants, and he's dropped to about 1 health. He's not in a good position. He could, but they have an ACOG, and they know exactly where he is. He's going to have to try to get it through a stand-up hip fire animation. Rotates downstairs. He might have to try to get another run out to maybe get lucky on it. There we go. There we go. Kirisaku gets straight out. Warbach goes on as well. It's just Peaky left. And he manages to save it. Jibausi goes down. And there we go. He gets the counter defuse. 4-3 now. 5-3. Round 8 go to NEX ESPORTS.
That is so close. Every single round has been excellent so far in this matchup, as it was in the previous one. And this is turning out to be a really, really great night of Rainbow Six Siege here in Southeast Asia. Wow. The rappel was what downed him. When you are on rappel over there, the defenders know exactly which angle you're going to be peeking. And it was pretty easy for Peaky to counter peek that and take down.
Oh, man.
Chivas.
This Peaky joke is going to get old real quick, man. It's going to get... I mean, we should just milk it now before it's too late.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, like, we have to baptize him. You know, coming into the Pro League with that kind of name.
Of course.
You're getting ready for it. Also, in relation to funny names, Detrian, you dog. Why are you on 70 FPS?
Yeah, I guess you can blame the in.
Come on, man.
70 FPS.
Yeah,
all right,
I
Detrian,
mean,
we'll give you that.
Maybe it's just like how Mentalist plays on 720p. You know, maybe it just makes him feel confident. Maybe it's just like some kind of like placebo effect, you know, like I'll lower my resolution and how good my image quality is, maybe I'll feel better. No, maybe less FPS makes you feel better. No, it doesn't work like that. Sorry guys, I had to do it. Anyway, a little bit of a sneaky angle coming through from Pew Pew here over by the CCTV. Does look like he will be trying to hold the eastern stairs as well with that vigil and the deadly SMG-12. Still one of the most dangerous guns in the game. A double-edged sword. If you're able to control that kind of recoil, though, it's like... it's probably the best gun in the game. Probably.
Yeah, but we have always seen under pressure, panicking a bit, is these high recoil weapons that cause you to whiff. So, Detrian, he's on the AR-33 with the angled sight, so he's going to go very aggro on that Thatcher. And you mentioned earlier on in the previous game, just because Thatcher doesn't do much doesn't mean he's a support operator, but that is poorly timed. Warbach, he just is luckier in that engagement. Detrian prone, unable to adjust his angle as quickly as he would have liked, and that is the Thatcher off the board.
That was a smart move from Detrian. I think it was well planned, but Warbach was just at the right place at the right time. It would have worked in any other situation, to be honest.
Yeah,
no one peeks that angle. Ooh, okay.
Oh, but they need to open the wall to make this safe. Or send out the frag grenade if they had the ADS disabled Bachelor. You see nearby.
Oh my gosh!
Tell.
Look at those lines, man. So I'm not sure why he's actually in there for as long as he is. He doesn't have any impacts to try to deny the impact trick. He's just gonna get flashed, and now he's in danger. Maybe they thought they could just stop. He could just pile on those impact, those goo mines as long as they could.
Oh, what?
Red Sun going for a long rotate. No, it's not gonna be good enough. They hear it a mile away, and he gets punished for it. A ballsy move, but it didn't pay off for them. Stev picks up another kill into Kirisaku, and now Void are 4-2 in a very strong advantage. Peaky has to get back to site. He's not in the best position, but Warbach might be able to pick one up here. Oh, that was so close! Just over his head. Could have been a haircut, but it does look like he will survive this one time around.
Oh, he's gonna get this. No! He's gonna miss, and unfortunately, get down. The wall just shredded by 2 people on attack, and that is it for him. Warbach, he goes downstairs, all up to the new guy, Peaky. What can he do? He's got nothing. left. He's gonna get taken down by Jibauzi and Team Void fire back 5-4, 1 round away from equalizing it.
Oh, what is that headshot? How do you get that? Okay, so look. Facts. That was tight. Red Sun's rotation was way too ballsy. It would have worked if there was no barricade on that wall, on that window. But because there was, he telegraphed his run out. It was, they could hear it a mile away. I know people complain about sound in Rainbow Six Siege, but it's not that bad that you can't hear one guy running out from construction.
Especially when he's breaking 2 barricades.
Yeah, especially when he's breaking 2 barricades and he's not aiming down the second vault in. You know, if he had the SMG-11 on that second vault in, he would have got something. But he didn't. And even if he got in that second barricade safely, he would not have got a kill with that shotgun. At least he would have been traded out real quick. So, nice try. Nice try coming in.
It was a decent idea.
I mean, just like how Detrian had a very nice idea peeking the hatch over by logistics, it was also a nice idea coming in from Red Sun to try to get through that angle and that rotation. Just unfortunately, the execution for Red Sun wasn't great, and for Detrian, just bad luck, to be honest.
Doesn't really matter though, Detrian will be okay with that. Void got a round win in the Red Sun though. He's gone on to the Ella this time. Not an operator he usually played on Xavier Esports, and it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with it. He is a very prolific fragger. I mean, we've all seen him perform on various so much on Ella.
My gosh. Ella is an operator that we don't see too often in the Pro League, but when we do, it's always very interesting. So, I think Red Sun took the Scorpion, correct?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Scorpion's a fantastic gun. It deletes people like mad. It's one of the best guns in the game. Obviously, you don't want to play that on a very long angle. You want to play it sort of medium range to close, and especially if you've seen the recoil for the Scorpion, it's not exactly the most controllable, so it's not desirable either. And while you can still control it to great effect, it really does come down to picking your fights and knowing exactly where you're going to use it. You fight too close, it could still be beneficial, but it could also be very dangerous to you. A very well-timed grenade won't pick up anytime this time, but Bachelor is doing and going into work over by that kitchen, renovating the entire landscape for the defenders. NEX barely pick up that drone, and it does look like Void are getting to work on dismantling their setup so far.
Oh, the first kill, there we go. Red Sun with this. Bachelor pushing up. Oh, that's a nice transfer on to Pew Pew. He's going to take one good mine, but he's not really matter with that nice little rogue skin and uniform. Lots of action happening over near blue. That's where Red Sun is playing. That's where he collected his first kill onto Jibauzi. Flashbang's going to go out. It's not really going to affect Red Sun. He's going to collect one more. Is he? No. Stav is going to take very low, and he's actually going to collect the kill. Red Sun just not lucky enough peeking that, but Peaky, he's going to take the Detrian.
So that's what you get for being on 70 FPS. But I mean, Stev is dropped quite low. He should be able to still bring something to the team. I'm not too sure what utility he still has left in his pockets, but Bachelor is gonna be most likely pushing through here. Gets caught by that goo mine. It does look like Peaky is trying to hold this utility room as well as possible. A couple of flashbangs go through. Nothing that affects Peaky this time around. He will be able to pick up the Ash quite swiftly for a double kill for himself. And maybe soon a triple kill onto Detrian himself, onto Bachelor, sorry. And Peaky takes a lot of damage, and it does look like all he has to do is throw more goo mines out. One more gets popped, and Stev takes a lot of damage. They're rotating around one another, but there we go. The shotgun clears it out, and oh my gosh.
No way!
Boy, just barely make it through.
Wait! There was a 3v2. There were goo mines, and the diffuser was in such a poor spot. Stev was on 5 HP, and you're telling me Void won that?
Yep.
What?
You know what?
Come on. How?
Bachelor just manned up. He took those goo mines to the shin, and he was like,
Peaky. I mean, why didn't you peek left? He like went the whole ring around the room.
I
When
mean,
he turned back around.
He should have just
It
kept
was-
peeking around that circle. You know, he just kept going
Yeah.
around like one of them was gonna turn around. You know.
Yeah, and then it was a buck shotgun, and he got blasted in the.
Well, Buck shotgun is crazy at that range. It's pretty hard to contest it. Bachelor obviously playing that operator to the best of its abilities and the best of its capacity. Peaky just had a good run. Just Bachelor playing a little bit better in that situation. Not like he didn't have a few good earlier kills. I don't know what else happened to NEX. We didn't exactly see, but Stev came through on the other side quite big and picked up a couple of nice frags as well to really secure that win. Coming in very clutch for his team. I'm sure they're over the moon right now, bringing the scoreline 5-5 and making winning this particular map a reality.
10 seconds left.
Right, you are now into the basement again. Goes NEX ESPORTS, and well, it's a back and forth. The round always plays out in phases between these two teams. It seems one team will get a bit of an advantage. It's gonna get nullified, and then when it comes to the execute, either side just runs away with it.
Yep. It's getting quite tight, and I'm interested to see how this is turning out. PT King is going to be pushing all by himself all the way through. Ash is doing Ash things. He's got teammates around the corner to back him up, of course.
No.
That's 7.
It's the 70 FPS.
I was going to say that, yeah. It's a 70 FPS
it's
drone
just-
throw.
Someone buy that man an XL2411. Please.
Void, where are your monitor sponsors at? Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, these guys...
Predator
are,
is right there on the screen. Predator top right.
Yeah, I mean, what about Lenovo? You know, like Savage on the outside,
Savage, yeah, exactly.
Stylish on the outside, Savage on the inside. You know what's not Savage? This guy's FPS. Ha!
Oh,
Oh, this grenade's gonna pick up a very nice kill. He almost cakes it. He held it for just a little bit longer. He would have killed himself. Oh my gosh! He misses the kill. He shoots frantically through the floor, but he will not connect. A couple of more impact grenades go underneath the desk, and a couple of hipfire shots will not connect to anything.
Wait,
but it does look like he's going back to
know.
the shotgun. He's just waiting for the right moment to maybe try to pick this up vertically, but they kind of know exactly where he is, and he barely makes it out alive. He tried to play this long angle here, but through the railings he will connect to absolutely nothing at all, and he has to retreat. Bachelor dropping way too low for comfort, has to pull back while NEX still try to hold on to dear life. Obviously they're taking a little bit more damage than they want to, more than comfortable.
oh, dearie me. Tight from Bachelor, you could feel his confusion emanating from the screen. Where am I getting shot from? But gets away with his life. Still have the man advantage to NEX ESPORTS. Now Pew Pew, he's playing the same location, and PT King trying to sneak his way into blue tunnel, but Pew Pew knows. And if he drops, PT King is likely gonna die. Oh, he's gonna take a lot of damage.
You can't do that, man!
Oh, dearie me, Pew Pew, he's in a lot of... That was the SMG-11.
No
and
way!
unfortunately, the play over here is a lot... The shotgun comes out, he's gonna take him down, and lots of kills. That's it, Pew Pew goes Pew Pew. And Stev, on the other hand, he's going boom boom as well. It's just a 1v1 with 15 seconds left. Stev doesn't have the diffuser. He's going for the kill. And he's going to Team Void, how do you keep doing this?
Oh my gosh, Team Void going absolutely nuts. I don't know how exactly Pew Pew got away with that, and oh my gosh, did you see that? The last bullet on that burst from Stev actually connects to the smoke and takes him down. That is out of your mind, out of my mind, out of all of our minds right now. I cannot believe that has happened. Void are pulling this in, and now they're on match point. The worst they get is a tie, and the best they get is a win. They are not losing this matchup here, and NEX are looking shook.
Void at least going to get 1 point from this matchup, from this series. And remember guys, this is where Void turned up at the end of Season 9. and shut Script down to send Aerowolf to the APAC finals. So, well, they're ready to do it again to NEX.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Man. Oh, by the way, Infian, that was some of the best casting I've ever heard from you, man. You are on fire tonight, man.
Thank you, Len. Appreciate it.
You're nailing it,
And
dude.
I appreciate you too.
No, I appreciate you more.
And I appreciate this game and all the viewers right now to watch this excellent action.
This here, boys and girls, is top tier play, top tier, trash tier casting from me. Oh my gosh. But no, it's top tier action coming from the Southeast Asian teams. After the long break we had for the Rally Major, these teams have come back, and obviously they've got new rosters, a big shuffle coming through. Stev on 15 kills, by the way, buddy.
Jeez.
Can we even talk about that for a second?
Ham.
Absolutely monster.
Turned up.
Yep. And I'm not sure what Warbuck is trying to achieve with that kind of mirror, like directly in the middle of the a bit different. I don't know what he's trying to achieve here, but maybe he's just more focused on getting balanced info, because if he puts it too far to the right, then he won't be able to see down the blue tunnel into oil pit. So that's probably one of the things we need to consider here in Vietnam.
So roaming upstairs is gonna be Pew Pew. What can he do? It's gonna be important on this. He's gonna get spotted by the drone. He doesn't have his ERC actives. Not too bad though. Until he starts getting pressured, he can just sit and wait. Detrian though, he's on the Ash now, and he's hungry for this kill. At the very least, he's gonna distract Pew Pew and make him unable to pinch anyone else on the attack. That's gonna be very important, and Pew Pew has a lot of trouble.
Oh.
There we go. Peter King, this is the way you clear it. You pressure from one side, and eventually someone's gonna call chicken. He's gonna run, and there we go, straight into the waiting arms of the Thatcher.
So catching him on a rotation that you forced him to make. Fantastic gameplay and fantastic teamwork coming out from Void so far. Bachelor taking a little bit more damage than he wants, but obviously we've seen him do that before. These are most likely calculated risks. We have to give the man a bit of a benefit of the doubt here. So hatch gets popped open. Warbuck has a little bit more information behind that church bar as well. And Jabausi is opening up the dirt tunnel. So they're thinking about all sides right now, and NEX are really trying to calculate where exactly do we have to pay attention to the most. Drone actually gets taken out quite well. Warbuck doing a fantastic job denying that data, but that window is dead meat. It's going to get popped real quick, and it does look like they're going to try to trade that one out, but PT King picks up a nice double for himself. C4 will be denied, and he damages himself if anything. Red Sun picking up a kill with the SMG-11 onto Bachelor, and there goes one member. Two members from Void. Peaky picking up Detrian as well with that FPS advantage, and now in the 3-3 situation with 30 seconds left on the clock. NEX, they are sitting toasty and tight while Jabausi and co are waiting for the right call in order to make this win happen. They are on match point. Don't forget, boys and girls, here on the 10th day of the Southeast Asian Pro League, back after the Rally Major. Peaky is going to be hanging around here, waiting on this long angle. Picks up a nice kill. There we go. Oh, Warbuck actually picked up the kill onto PT King. But there we go. NEX clutched that one out just barely as well on top with a mine. A very awkward finale, but a tie to bring this in on match draw. Great half from both these teams. Super tight, very great turnout.
15-10, 8-7-6, and then 8-10, 12, and something. Very, very well played from both teams, and Void really showing that they are not to be trifled with. Keep their head above water, they do, with this valuable point.